Hey guys, so this is part 2 of my video. What I've got so far is I've hacked up the plans that I got, added some bits to it, modified it a little bit to give us something that will hopefully work as a wing. And I've traced it out on the foam board, already cut that section out as you can see here. And all I'm going to do is just cut it into the, do some score cuts, and then we put some creases in it and fold it over, and it'll hopefully give us a wing half. As you can see, my workspace is pretty limited. It's pretty cold down the rest of the house, so we'll work with what we've got. You don't need a lot of space to build, so long as you keep yourself tidy, you know we can do it. Right, so what we're going to do, down the centre of the wing, just want to do a 50% score cut through. Like so, right to the edge of the table, and we can carefully fold it over. Now put our 45-degree angles along each wing edge. Really should have got a new blade for this, it's a little bit blunt. It's my helpers in the background. They're not playing nicely together. One, turn it around. Oh, lost my blade. It's the price you pay for buying cheap knives. Cut the other one. Like so. Open that back out. Now these two lines here, they're going to be score cuts, and they're going to help us form the shape of the wing. So just run another score cut through the top layer, down each of these, like that. And because we're working with foam board, precision is not really necessary. It's going to fly anyway. So if you don't quite get the lines, it's fine. Alright, I'm just using a screwdriver, and all we're going to do is just put a crease down through that cut. Just give us some space for the foam to bend and for the hot glue to go in. So, go like that. Now, what we're going to do is actually going to just fold this over gently from this side. And just work that over like that. And when it's down like that, it'll give us the shape of our wing. Right. So that's all ready for the spar to be glued in. I'll just cut that notch out of there. Out just like that. Alright, so now what we do, see I've already made my other wing half, which you'll see, and what we'll do is we'll tape these two halves together, and then we can set about gluing them, put the spar in, and form the shape of the whole wing. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to assemble our spar. So this is already cut out to shape. We've already got our 50% score cut through, so it just will simply get folded over and become our spar. So what we'll do is take our hot glue gun, and we want a nice bead of glue down one half of the spar. Simply fold it over, press it down nice and flat. And just hold that for a minute so it's nice and set. There we go. Alright, now we've got our spar made, we'll just put that to the side and take our two wing halves which we made earlier, and we're just going to flip them over the other way and get those lined up, and take our packing tape, just press those together, and we'll just put our packing tape across the join like so. Press that down. So we turn that over. We've got our wing. So what we're going to do, we're going to fold it up, put a bead of glue in, but we're only going to do a very small section at the front of the top of the wing, and then a little bit at the back, and then this whole underside of the wing. So we'll just put a bead of glue, not too much, a little bit on there, and then a nice bead on the other section, and just simply lay it flat, hold it down nice and flat, take a scrap piece of foam, just wipe off any excess that's coming through. And the excess glue doesn't make it any stronger, it simply adds weight. Hold that till it's nice and set. Like so. Alright, now we're going to take our spar, and we'll just make sure we've got a nice clear area here, and just do a test fit, make sure that our spar fits into there like so. Because these are scratch built, it's not 100% accurate, but that will fit in perfectly. So take our glue, just get the stick ready, and simply lay a bead of glue on the bottom edge of the spar. So just flip that over, slot it into the holes, and press it down nice and firm. Like so. And just hold it there for a minute, let it set. Livestock in the room, keeping everyone entertained. Alright, now we should be able to fold our wing over, and you can see that the shape of the wing come together like so. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to add some hot glue to each of these score cuts, and we're just going to gently bend them up. So what that'll do is when the wing's folded over, it'll keep the shape in the top of the wing like this, and it'll add a little bit of strength to the top of the wing as well. So let's take our hot glue and just a thin bead, doesn't have to be much. Yeah, like that. I'm just going to do one at a time because my hot glue gun is only a little one. I use the small sticks, and we're just going to gently pull that up. Just fold that over, press it down against the spar, and just hold it there for a second, and that'll put the shape into that wing. So now when we come back, that holds the shape into the wing like that. So now we'll do the same again. This one. Bring it over, just push it down, bring it right to the edge of the table, push that down. Right, so now, so you've got the shape of the wing held in there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a strip of glue along the centre there, a strip along the spar, and then one on the trailing edge. So I'll just get another glue stick ready. So again, it doesn't have to be a big amount of glue. I'll stick in nice bead along the top of the spar. And then one along the back of the lower edge of the wing. So I'm just going to bring this over, press it down nice and firm against the spar. Just back against that trailing edge. Like so. You just want to spend a couple of minutes just to hold it in place. Make sure it's nice and dry before you let it go. Now you can use some weights on here if you want to hold it down, but you know. So just like that, we have a nice built up wing. Right, so now we're just going to add a couple of degrees of dihedral in it, just to make it a little bit more stable. So what we're going to do, just going to take our blade and just cut through the packing tape along there, just in the centre, and I'm going to cut right through that spar in the middle as well. Just going to gently bend this up, just holding in the middle, and just put a little bit of pressure under it, like so. And I have a gauge here which I've set to sit under the leading edge, just in from the end of the fold over, and that'll set a couple of degrees of dihedral. I'm not too carried away about exactly the right amount. It's going to be enough to make it fly and still be stable enough. So we'll just put that back down flat, take our hot glue, and I'm just going to pump it down into the join quite a bit in the middle where the spar is. Really force it in there. Like so. And I'm just going to lift that up and put the gauge under, scrap piece of foam, just wipe off the excess. Keep that side pushed down against the table. That'll keep it nice and flat and give us the right amount of dihedral. So you just want to make sure it's nice and dry before you remove the gauge. So now it's holding its shape. We'll give a nice couple of degrees of dihedral. Perfect amount for a racing plane. What we're going to do is put another layer of packing tape across the centre just to reinforce that